boys going to get it? When are they going to believe that this organization, first of all, stands for something more than fun? It's more than brotherhood, it's brotherly love. That men stand for principle above personal gratification. They bond together to find the future shared as opposed to just being indulgent. And it's not a Me Too generation. Everyone wants to be unique. But too few students invest the time, the commitment, and the effort to be truly unique for humanity. In the summers at the Ruck Leadership Institute, I do a walking tour we call the Journey of Innovation, where we basically cover somewhere on the neighborhood of 240 years of fraternity history. You can relax, I'm not going to do it year by year. And even in 100-degree temperature. At the University of Richmond campus, I see young men come and go through that walking tour, and we try to portray a story of the American college fraternity and its unique position in our society that has contributed in ways beyond any that one could imagine to the success of both individuals and society as a whole. And we have franchises, we'll call chapters franchises at this point, throughout the country. And the sad part is some of our franchises are failures. I'm talking about the entire fraternity world. And one of the things that Sigma Phi Epsilon found is the path, and for those of you who want a little history lesson, we were the 37th national fraternity founded. And what do you think the chances would be for number 37 to find their way to number 1? It wasn't finding, it was working their way to number 1. It's been our legacy. When you start that far behind, what do you got to lose? And if you follow and you only copy, the best you can ever hope for is to be number 2. You've got to be bold enough to see the vision, to go where others dare not see or dream to go. But we find principle, and we find value, and we have found our future in a very, very unique way. Tonight, when I hear the conversation dating back to 1950, the hearts of those young men were just as big and dedicated as yours are this evening. They came here with the intent to establish a legacy at BU that changed young men's lives for the better. And as we've heard recounted in some of the history of the chapter, unfortunately, our successes waned and our charter and our chapter life was ended. And we can look back very sadly, but I think you hear from men in that chapter, your chapter, come back to give you their vision of what they felt. And the ones we're not hearing from are those who lost it. But they're here tonight to endorse you as the successors of the dream, as the keepers of the vision, that it's a shared opportunity because their stories are not war stories, but tales of dedication to inspire you to reach back while you look forward. Because their days as an undergrad at BU have passed. Your days are here. but you carry that purple and red baton of honor and commitment and vision into the future, while they stand there and provide you with the huzzas. And that's the relationship that while we have, let's call them vacant years at BU, nonetheless valuable, because I believe we have found the men to move us into the future. I think those hearts of gold never fade because they're focused on the innovative prospects of whatever is possible. When we look back, it's a problem. And the brothers, the legacy brothers in our chapter, ask you to look forward. And in the same way, I end the journey of innovation at the Ruck Leadership Institute. We've described all the things that SigEp did first, and it goes on and on and on. And it's helped us become who we are and to realize the destiny of a fraternity that will not be denied. But when we do that, we finish on the campus at a spot that's been there for almost 90 years on the university campus. And it's a Greek theater. And we are describing being at the pinnacle of the fraternity world. Tops in grades, largest in size, number of undergraduate brothers, and we talk about those achievements that we have gained through innovation and dedication. And just as they're expecting me to bring it to one big rousing close, I pose a question, not an answer. And the question is, what is the next big thing? What is it that will take us further? What is it that you see and you know that we do not compromise whom we are, but at the same time we move forward to find SigEp's future chapter by chapter, brother by brother, region by region, to create still an organization unparalleled in helping young men develop their talents and opportunities for their own well-being and their brothers, but for all humanity. It's not about who's got the biggest party. It's not about but who can find the future, because it's ever before us. And tonight, while we celebrate, and as well we should, all of the great achievements and the honor and the integrity you bring back to Mass Gamma here at BU, I also ask you, help Mass Gamma find that next big thing to fulfill the vision and the challenge of the founders and the alums who support you in your development of your potential. Help signify Epsilon as a national fraternity. Stay at the cutting edge. We're not just a local chapter. You're one of about 240 so campuses across the country where purple and red is important, because men of principle are brave enough to seek the future and strong enough to work for progress. While we've been a fraternity of innovation, as I stated, it's ever before us. And how do we achieve that? As brothers, first we must be men. We treat each other as true brothers, so that in the future we're not men alone, but a support group that's espousing a future of success. why are we assured, as national members and as members of Mass Gamma, that this will happen? Because that 5-year period asks you to find out who you are. Do you match the qualities that we require of every Sigma Phi Epsilon? And when the letter came, endorsing the granting of the charter, the recharter of the vision of Massachusetts Gamma, there's no doubt we will be successful, because every man in that petition has a heart made of gold. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.